still finds one by his lonesome. Sniper taken down before they can use that flux. And there goes that big anchor presence on the point, especially with Kellen taking Scuffed off of the map with the boop.
That's not a boop you see every day.
Just boxes Chronic into a position where they're trying to collapse on top of the Sojourn. Rush Mirror now has to come through as a result. Artillery from PDK trying to blanket out some of the impact from CJ's side, but Kellen's minefields have plenty of bite to them, and Dallas feel able to hold on to the point.
Now PDK solo on the health bar. Sanju dies to his own pulse bomb, and Chronic is there though. Clean up the broken remnants of the Kafe. Nice triple kill out of him. Yeah, and this is kind of the caliber we were expecting from the Dallas Fuel coming into this match. Kellen actually gets to play the game as his Wrecking Ball, and when he's allowed to move, magic certainly does happen for the Fuel. They'll go ahead and take round one. Dallas are still in this fight despite being down as support. Chronic knows it. There goes the OC. Grapes having none of it, but you get one shot. That wasn't an interesting decision to say the least. It's Chronic after all. He'll mop up Kafe once more. Dallas, go ahead and get another flip, leaving Kafe to one more fight.
Yeah, there goes one of your 9 lives, and potentially all of them as we're about to hit final fight territory, and Kafe don't really have a great opener. Ryan will have Pulse Bomb, but CJ on the Kiriko has Suzu, and Seongjun, he's already got his ultimate online, so he's policing how Kafe can try and approach this. That Suzu already forced, they're all in a small area, and Scuffed falls to the Pulse after the cooldown's already burned. Kafe with no choice, they only have the heals from the cat. Sniper gets sent away by the boop. Kellen's got the mines to totally clear out any chance of the OT stall. And this is just PDK trying to use desperately artillery strike anything, including the kitchen sink from Kafe's disposal. It is invested, but it will not be enough.
Aggressive pin early. We'll just be there to get the shield up for PDK, who decided to chill in front of Chronic for a bit longer than he definitely should have. Kafe still in control at this point. Won't be lasting all that much longer. Chronic, just the better hit scan without anyone else to fire back at him. Survival season swaps. Kafe really happy to get up to final fight territory.
Yeah, Kellen on this Rein, as well, he's just a floating shield. That is the purpose of your tank at the moment. Be a body.
No recall out of Ryan. Make it hard to contest the angles. The slow grab Chronic as it comes out. Kellen's like, I've had enough of you. I get revenge for my Chronic. Too bad, so sad. Goes back to the point, and with Dallas so firmly in control of this, no DPS from the Kafe. Sniper has to give it all that they have to turn it, but Sunjin lifts it up in the air, just gave him an angle onto Grapes. Dallas Fuel can completely sweep their way through one of the more open objectives that their comp shouldn't be as strong on.
Yeah, are we going to see a swap off Sigma? The moment that the cooldown's gone and Shadow comes online, it's so easy! It's so free! Kellen literally just solo shatters Sniper. Seongjun walls off the angle so that Kafe can't Suzu and try to keep him alive. And Fuel just wipe Kafe's tank and then the rest of their team.
Beautifully played.
Burning them out of time, building up Deadeye so you can just jump out and use it aggressively.
PDK though says, I want to go this way instead. Doesn't taking a chunk of his health. Chronic is just so good on the cast. He does not miss. Picks up another triple on the Cowboy. Dallas Fuel. And run on through to the second point. Just for good measure, hold the Kafe in this bond. Kafe have the positioning on the point, but key for Dallas, they held on to their support ults, Moxie, and they're going to re-engage as Kellen just smack scuffed against a wall, splatted on the side here. Ooh, Dallas Fuel just gets the point off of that. They don't even need any of those fancy support ults.
Yeah, here's the thing about the sim ban, right?
In making sure they're not overextending, and Suzu ensures Sniper can get on out without having to worry about the Blizzard. Sound barrier now from Luke Mino, rushing the team on forwards, and this looks like the nail in the coffin here on New Junk City. Dallas Fuel up to match point.
You as well to chase onto Sniper, get the DMAC on the Diva. Diva's not there to be able to try and put pressure on Fuel or Pule, or even hold position on point, and that is disgusting. Seongjun showing just how lethal Tracer can be when you're playing from high ground position. Chronic going to use the power slide, get into a position, uses the rail charge, gets one from PDK. Only see Sniper's mech so far. Kafe just trying to close up their position onto the point itself. A Sniper will lose their mech. Scuff likely going down late to the Captive Sun as well. And Fuel finally getting through that choke and through the entirety of Numbani just before OT can hit. This actually goes out onto Kellen as Lucino uses the Captive Sun when Sniper's position is absorbed by that Winston. So PDK falls, Kellen still up, and with Primal Rage intact as well as that bubble. Gets the confidence to hit Kafe's squishies, and that should signal the end of Kafe's push on streets. Just have to make sure that you don't trade something like your Ana or your Ilaria.
He needed, and that ult advantage from the Kafe is pretty much gone at this point. Just a second life, but you're already down 2 players. Kellen got what he needed to do done in the backline with this Winston, and he'll make sure Sniper gets staggered out.
Yeah, and if you feel you're okay with that fight going long, right? Because you hit Captive Sun and Nano Boost. Kellen with the Primal Rage has more than enough stall potential, and you'll be able to have both support ultimates up. And Scuffed actually uses Rush on the point, since Kafe have finally been able to get through Choke.
And by the time that happens, well, Dallas Fuel have their ult back up. Chronic will fry you with his overclock if you're in his sight lines. I mean, great exit kill, sure, from PDK, but it's not going to result in that. That was the big fight that the Kafe needed, and with only a minute left, you're not going to have that opportunity again. Dallas Fuel are going to push up to hold the spawns.
Sionjin still has that Pulse Bomb. He's got Nano Boost. You can stand up to the sustain. Sniper will have their second life with Self-Destruct, but Kellen gets second life off of a Nano Boost. Sionjin just absolutely jumps on PDK. Big sleep up from CJ as well to close on to Ryan there. And this is falling apart for Kafe. They're 3 players down. They can't risk pushing this, Molly. They have to wait for the regroup.
But you don't really have much time for that. Dallas Fuel are staging to take this fight as the Kafe walk out at the spawn. Still have the Nano Boost to just chuck on a Kellen, maybe Chronic, if he absolutely needs it. You're just not getting to the point. That is the mission of the Dallas Fuel. Nano Boost out onto Kellen, and you walk back to spawn. That is the only option the Kafe have. Just keep this payload moving. Sniper is in a position to touch. Low health on the mech, but does have self-destruct. So we'll guarantee that this overtime goes a bit longer. Won't get back in the mech in time to recontest. That's why you need to throw Scuff's body on the point, but that's all it is, a body. Everyone from Dallas Fuel retreats to rally around Lumino, and so that this series is as good as done. Dallas Fuel wanted to prove themselves once more about how good they are, that they still are one of the top teams here in North America. They'll take the sweep today over the Kafe.
Yeah, Dallas Fuel looking much more dominant and I think in control.